Hi, this is Laura Turner, and today I'm going to talk with you about how to moderate peer feedback in classrooms. Whenever you have a student doing a presentation or students doing a group project, you're going to want to actually open up after that presentation to let the rest of the class respond. Sometimes this can be good, and sometimes this can get a little out of hand. So what you really need to do, especially to motivate people to talk about their peers' work, is to become the mediator and to become the facilitator for discussion. So what you should do, I believe, is ask very specific questions of the students who were doing the presentation, and then open up those questions to the class. Next, you should become the mediator whenever the students begin to sort of give feedback. You should ask, what did you like about the presentation to the class? What stood out the most to all of you? And then you can get hands that pop up and you'll get the ideas from them rather than saying what you yourself saw or having the student who did the presentation talk about their presentation. Next, do not allow students to continue to give harsh or demanding feedback if one of them starts to do such a thing. It can get, in some classrooms, especially ones that deal with political or social themes, people can get kind of worked up. But the classroom is not a place in which we should be worked up at each other. We should be worked up at the issues and the themes that we're discussing. So if students are giving harsh or demanding feedback, you should then ask that student what they mean or to elaborate on what they just said to the other student. The student says, I thought that was horrible. I thought this presentation was, ridiculous and everything that she said was just wrong. You should ask that student, can you be more specific? Can you give some examples? Can you tell me, exactly what your problem is? So therefore, you become the liaison between the student who is on the stand and the student who is in the audience giving this feedback so that you can actually, number one, try to figure out what their opinion is, if they really do have a really strong opinion on that presentation, and number two, prevent any problems from occurring in the classroom. So that's some ways to moderate peer feedback.